So how did the move to Huddersfield come about? I mean, obviously you're both successful at St Helens. So how did, what attracted you to Huddersfield? How did the move come about?
It was a time of an end of contract obviously, and you got a few opportunities. And I've been working with Water before when I first came to England as a young lad. He was a Salford assistant coach there. So I knew Water from there, and we worked a bit of a couple of years together. Obviously, him being assistant coach, he always looks after the young lads and helped me a lot. So it was when he came and show interest. It was easy for me really. And then Saints offered me 1 year, and Huddersfield offered me 3. So a bit of security as well. And I had a few chat with Water and what he was trying to build here. Obviously, who he wanted to sign in the future and what he was doing, what's the plan. So, and I know as much as him, it's a process and a journey. So, not everything happens in 1 year. Sometimes you can be lucky, but most of the time it doesn't. So, it's a building process, and we've got a good squad, and everyone's staying for another 2 years. Or it's the same group, so we're building there, and that's what attracted me.
Yeah, I went back to. Main reason I went back to the NRL actually was I wasn't even supposed to go back. I let St Helens know actually at the start of our 2021 season that I was going to head back in January. So I had a private conversation with our coach at the time, and I made the decision early that I was going to go back home. And my intention was to finish up my year with St Helens and retire basically. And we just wanted to take my daughter back home. She was born over here in England while I was spending my time at St Helens. And just through COVID, it was just a bit hard for me and my wife being first-time parents, and just wanted the support of my mum and dad and to help us a bit because we were struggling. So that was the main reason why we wanted to go back. And long story short, I wanted to keep playing. When I went to the Roosters, opportunity came after our grand final, so I got to do a year at the Roosters, and Waddle got in touch with my manager, so I got to have a conversation with him. And one thing I noticed is every time I played against a team that was coached by Waddle, was they played a very similar style football to St Helens. We may not have looked at it sometimes on the scoreboard, but we definitely felt it as players, and that's one thing that sort of excited me of him being the coach, because I knew that he's had previous success and just fallen short. He coached the Salford team that played against us St Helens the first year I was out there, and they just fell short. And he took them to a Challenge Cup Salford the following year, and they fell short there against Leeds, and did the same with Huddersfield last year. So he's a very smart coach, and he knows what he talks about. He's got a good footy IQ, and that's one of the things that excited me to come back here. It's a new challenge, and I think with St Helens it was expected for us to win, but with Huddersfield it's a different challenge, and we're going to have to sort of grind every win and work hard to get the 2 points, and that's what excites me. With St Helens it was great, but now being on the other side, we want to win and knock them off, and we've got to go to the
You were lining up for the national anthem, and you got a bit emotional. Do you feel like that every time you put on the jersey?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do, because
Managed to hold it back now.
I honestly just think about my family, my mum and dad, and all the sacrifices they've done for me. And I think about the people in Fiji. We're able to go back every World Cup and do our counts back there, and just to see how happy they are for us players to represent them. And I just think about everyone else that we're representing, and I guess that sometimes they come through the tears of emotion, and that's what I put pride in. That's mainly the reason why. I do think we can be a top 4 side, and I do think there's a squad there that can win, because I wouldn't move to the other side of the world if I didn't think we could win a cup. And I've come here with the intentions to win.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fiddle around, and I've got 2 years to do that. I think we've got great players, we've got a great spine, and with the success and the experience that Theo's had, and able to share that with our squad. And I think there's a lot of stuff that we can draw on, experience-wise as well within the squad and where players have been. And like I said, it's just going to take us time, so you might have to be patient with us and be a bit up and down, but I guarantee we'll continue to build towards the end of the season and be a stronger team.